Hello everyone, how are we all doing today? I want us to look at the topic organogram of marriage. If I may add, the biblical organogram of marriage. God instituted marriage. God created marriage. He's the author of marriage, and He instituted marriage for as the foundation of human life. It is an institution. Marriage is an institution that is very good and stable. So, for the purpose of organization, because every institution has its organogram, every institution has its modus operandi, and every manufacturer has a manual to any products that he puts out there in the market. And for us as Christians, our Bible is our manual. So we have to understand the biblical organogram of marriage. And having said that, I would like us to read 1 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 3. But there is one thing I want you to know. I'm reading from New Living Translation. The head of every man is Christ. The head of woman is man, and the head of Christ is God. I'll read from English Standard Version, which says, but I want you to understand that the head of every man is Christ. The head of a wife is her husband, and the head of Christ is God. This is the scriptures. So it is important for us to know and accept that God first, man, and then wife. Also to put, we have God, we have husband, and we have wife. It cannot be changed. It does not matter the level of civilization. It does not matter the cultural diversity. It does not matter the level of feminism or whatsoever the society wants us to understand. Marriage was created by God, and we need to follow the organogram He has laid out for us in His manual, which is the Bible, which is God, which is man, and which is wife. Having said this, it is important to state that a woman being under a man does not make her a second-class citizen. No. And submission in marriage does not make you an inferior person. It does not make you less of a human being. In fact, it makes you, it shows power, it shows strength, it shows that you know who you are and you have accepted your position in Christ and in your marriage for a better society. And it is important because God understood that this will comfort. And when you read Genesis chapter 3 verse 16b, they say your desire will be upon your husband and he will rule over you. New Living Translation puts it that, and you will desire, that the you is the woman now, you will desire to control your husband, but he will rule over you. It is important for us to accept this, we women most especially. We are so educated now, we are so exposed, we are so wealthy. Some of us, in quotes, some women are wealthier than their husbands, but that doesn't make your husband less or should be under you. No, that is not the biblical way it should be. So no matter your level in the society as a woman, it is important to understand and accept that your husband is your head. The Bible also made us to understand that women submit to your husbands in everything. That is Ephesians chapter 5 verse 24. And we, the men, are urged to love their wives as themselves, because he who loves his wife loves himself. So be the head as a man. Please, men, know this. Being the head does not signify male dominance. It doesn't show, it's not an avenue for a man to lord it over a woman. No. It's not an avenue for you to demand her total obedience to your every wish and your every command. It's not possible, because she has her will. She knows what she wants. She has a voice. So it is important for us to balance this. While we are submitting doesn't show that we are weaklings as women, and men being the head doesn't mean you should dominate or lord it over your wife. No. So please, let us understand and let us accept this. If you are out there and you want to marry, know this truth and know it and accept it and be at peace with yourself. And if you're a woman and you're finding it difficult to submit to your husband, it is easier for us to submit to our pastors. It is easier for us to submit to our bosses and say yes and even genuflect and bow. But we can't do that to our husbands. It is wrong. So please, if we are struggling as a woman to submit to your husband or to accept him as your head, please just give in and accept this fact and let God take control. And I would just like to caution women who are yet, or ladies who are yet to marry, please, the only option you have is to choose who is your head. And that decision has to be made before you marry. Because when you marry, it is definite that your husband is your head. There's no argument about it. So let's know this and have peace with ourselves and give our children a better understanding and a better examples to emulate when it comes to their marriage. God did this for the purpose of orderliness. He did this for the purpose of organization. He did this for the purpose of peace, for the purpose of accountability, and for the purpose of responsibility. So please, I will urge us to accept this truth. We women, let's accept this truth, not minding our level of exposure, our level of social standing, and whatsoever it is. And I know this message will be of help to somebody out there. And if it's of help to you, please do remember to like, do remember to share, and do remember to subscribe. Thank you all for listening, and God bless you. Bye.